Hey, Howard, it's a crappy rainy day today. It's pouring down rain.
At least that's different. Better than how are you today, Howard?
Yeah, it's
And I'm tired of telling you to go whatever
go
yourself.
screw myself. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
sorry.
No, it was,
I'll be kicked off of YouTube. I got to be careful.
yes,
You got to remember, you can take the guy out of New Jersey, but you can't take New Jersey out of the guy.
right.
So I can't even say a sentence without cursing, but whatever. That's me.
Well, it's yesterday. Well, the other video we're going to post showed you sketching the engine house, but you said, that's a 5-minute sketch. So I guess last night you did some
Well,
better
after you
sketches.
left, I felt kind of bad because it was kind of quick. So I did a 10-minute sketch, and I did 2 versions. Here's the one I kind of like with the building going off the side.
Oh, wow. Holy
But it's very
smokes.
fast. It's only 10 minutes,
Wow.
if that.
Folks, this looks like it should be framed, and I am going to frame it. Look at
It's
this.
not it's a terrible
Man.
drawing. If you want something really good, I could do one. If I spent a half hour or an hour, I can give you a beautiful drawing.
No, this is incredible.
Problem is, I have arthritis in my right hand, and actually both hands. And holding a knife to work modeling,
Right.
I developed a way to do that without too much pain. Well, the
Right.
pain, screw the pain. I just want to do the work. But with a pencil, I just can't do it like I used to.
Right.
So
Oh,
I'm not the Howard I used to be.
this is beautiful. Let's see the other sketch. There was another
Oh,
sketch
yeah, another
too.
one here.
Man, look at this, folks. Can you imagine? I feel like that's Chip Foose or Overhauling or Dave Can Dig It on Bitchin' Rides. They sketch cars. Here we sketch buildings and trains.
Well, as I said, we have unlimited ideas. And so any kind of thing. Now, this one, we've changed quite a bit. Over here, I set the cupola back.
Okay.
Now, in this sketch here, the coupe is
All the way
lines up
across.
with the front. So here.
Mm-hmm.
So you get more space. This would be better.
Right. And this is the short side where the shorter locomotive would come in.
Yeah, the long side would be.
And then this is the long side
Right.
where
It would be
Mr.
special.
Allegheny
Oh,
would
yeah.
come in.
Now, over here, you asked me about stacks. That's how the stacks would go.
Oh,
So here,
wow.
looks like a Mississippi River steamboat,
Man.
actually.
This would look beautiful in white
Yeah.
and gray or many different colors.
Well, we'll get to that. The stone we'll probably use the City Express stone,
Wow.
which is pretty much 3-dimensional. The stone paper will not work.
Right.
It'll work, but it'll look like paper.
Right.
And we're not going to do that. So we use real stone like we did before.
Right. That'd be difficult carrying real stone on the inside too.
Well, it's not difficult. It's time consuming. That's
Right.
all.
Right.
But then again, this is for you, and so it's
Yep.
not a problem.
Well, and then let's do a little progress on this beautiful. The other day we talked about the lumber company,
Oh yeah.
and you showed folks sketches of it. And here's the
Well, not a sketch. I just laid it out on the board.
on the board, right?
Yeah, this is here's the what's going to take a lot of time, and this was easy. This part, cutting out the wood to fit in here, and all the details, and the ladders and the railings and all that kind of stuff. Now the working on the roofs now. This will here it's kind of.
And this is an HO one, folks. This is not O scale. This is for an HO
Actually,
client.
put this on backwards. At least get this crap. Well, it's all right.
While he's doing that, I want to show you this thing. Yeah. Instead of sketching it on paper, you just sketched it on the clapwood, and cut it.
Yeah, I had this backwards.
Damn,
All right, that's good.
this is neat.
Now this will fit on here.
Okay, and that goes like that.
If there's a way of screwing something up, I will find it.
We can always fix it.
This is not trimmed yet. This will go over here. Oopsie.
No, that's all right. Where is it? Yeah, this is rolled paper. Folks, just so you know, it's pretty easy. You cut the roof and then
Well,
you put the rolled paper
Gotta
on.
trim this down. So
Yeah.
it's kind of premature to put that up right now.
But you get the picture. I mean, here on my building, here is a rolled roof that hasn't been weathered yet, but it's been trimmed and glued down.
Yeah. Now another thing that was bugging me, we bought that beautiful Bowser engine from Tommy, which I couldn't believe I actually did, because I'm a kind of a brass guy.
Right.
But then again, I'm also a quality guy.
Right.
Not a quality guy, but I'm a guy that appreciates quality.
Right.
Tommy brought this thing out, And I said, great buckets of bubble bullshit. Look at this thing.
And that's
Jesus Christ.
an RS3. Is it RS3?
It's an RS3, yeah. It's Western Maryland. Did it right because they had the raised number boards. But the only problem was it looked like a toy because it was shiny black.
Right.
And even if it just came out of the shop, it wouldn't be that way because the color was way out of scale. Now, we talked about bringing the color into scale. Everything on this planet has scale. The only thing you can do on a layout that the scale does not make a difference is two things. Well, actually, the main thing is rocks.
Okay.
Water has scale.
Okay.
You can't model water with real water. It's not going to work. Trees, possibly, you can get away with small trees because if you wanted to go to a 60-foot deciduous tree, an HO, you're talking about a tree this big.
Right. Big
so
tree.
you have to change the scale on that.
Shrink them.
But rocks are the main thing. It really doesn't make any difference.
Wow. And this is a pastel weathering job. You spent a good amount.
Yeah, I'm learning how to do pastels because the airbrush, ever since I just can't find the flow-cool paint. And when I find a jar of flow-cool paint from somebody, I pick it up on eBay or something like that. It's dead. It's dried up or too thick, and I don't have the proper thinner. Now, what works also with flow-cool paint is scale coat thinner. Because Flow-Cool has this product called Diasol, and you just can't find that anywhere. That worked great. Now there are other paints. We talked about this before on your airbrushing thing that you did. There are other painters that have had success with other paints. I've tried them. I tried about 4 or 5, and they worked, but it just wasn't me. So now I'm trying to develop this pastel technique. And I see a lot of potential with it because a lot of things you can do with pastel, the paint would be kind of difficult. So
and you don't have to clean the brush, change color.
No,
clean the brush, change color.
It's messy. You still got to wash your hands.
Right.
On it, but it's got to be careful.
But our friend Bill Garvin watched videos and
he's okay. He's learning.
Yep.
I watched that video and he did a decent job.
Yep. And it just shows, and this stuff does stick, folks. I know a lot of people keep emailing or keep asking in the comments, do you hit it with a coat of Diasol or flat clear when we're done?
You can, but you lose the intensity. Probably 30% of the intensity you lose when you hit it with a flat finish.
Okay.
Now, if you let the thing sit for 2 weeks, or don't touch it for 2 weeks, you can still play choo-choo with it. It's going to be fun. But after about 2 weeks, it pretty much sits there. Well, now, the most critical thing what I had to do with this thing, because it was a shiny finish, and you couldn't even begin to get pastel to stick to it. So now we've changed. We used to use Krylon.
Right.
And we found this stuff really works great.
Right. I remember on the crane video we did.
Oh yeah, we did. It was all kinds of mess.
We shot.
The talc came out of it.
Yeah, we shot. It was a shiny, car piece of rolling stock, and you wanted the pastels to stick.
Well, the way I did this, the first thing, very simple, just mask off the windows because I want to get those flat.
Right.
And then after all the windows were masked, it took maybe 5 minutes to do it. Spray it back here.
Okay.
From here over there, 12 inches to 18 inches.
Okay.
And that just very lightly, that gives it a grip. I call it a tack coat.
Right, just a very light tack coat.
Yeah, that gives you all the grip for the pastel. And I could do this after the tack coat dried.
Wow.
Now, it's pretty much dried now, actually. The pastels have been on for 2 days, and I can pick it up. It's not moving anywhere.
Right, doesn't come off on your hands. No. Folks, I can tell you I messed up a pastel refrigerator car, and it sat for 3 weeks, and I couldn't get it off with soap and water. I had to use an eraser to get it off.
It's
now, on there.
There is a difference. There are people that take Grumbacher pastels, which they call or chalks, and scrape that into a little dish, and it's different. Powdered chalk is not pastel.
Right. We're talking pastel, like pan pastels. Yeah. Well, Howard, I really appreciate you sharing this with us, giving us an update on the lumber company. And for the lumber, you're going to get some pre-made lumber? Or?
I found some at eBay. I haven't seen it yet. But the way you make that is you take a piece of half-inch bolts like that, glue a few, then you just put the boards around the side.
Right.
So you don't waste all that lumber gluing it together.
Right.
But it still takes a lot of time. So we're going to use a combination of both. We can make 4x8s out of 1/32 and so forth.
Well,
Basswood.
Well, Howard, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, I appreciate it too. You're quite welcome.
All righty.